What's up, everybody? Josh Armijo here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got an EP review to do for you, and I'm going to be talking to you about the new EP from the band Wormed, entitled Metaportal. This is released on Season of Mist. Now, if you're not too familiar with this band, they are based out of Madrid, Spain, and the best way to describe the sound of this band would be a very technical, brutal, science fiction themed style of death metal. Yeah. If there's any current band in today's metal landscape that blends the worlds of death metal and sci-fi together perfectly, that would have to be Wormed. This band is entering its second decade of existence, and this band has been nothing short of excellent throughout the majority of this band's material. It has been nothing short of awesome. Albums such as Planispherium, Exodromos, and of course the last time we had heard a full length from them back in 2016 with Krigsu. Absolutely amazing, and I feel with the last album we got a glimpse of what direction Wormed were going to continue to take. More bold leaps into more technical death metal sorts of sounds, almost progressive tinged elements in certain spots. That album was just so awesome, and I still think it holds up pretty nicely even to this day. But now we walk into 2019 and we have a brand new offering from Wormed in the form of an EP entitled Metaportal. It's only 4 tracks and it clocks in at around 16 minutes in length, so this is going to be a pretty short, sweet, and to the point sort of release. But with Metaportal, you get a glimpse of how much further Wormed are drifting into their progressive and technical death metal sort of elements. But at the same time, you know that Wormed is a brutal band, and you're going to get a lot of A-level brutality here throughout the majority of this EP. Of course, like I mentioned, this is a short EP, so definitely relish whatever time you get to spend with it, because there's just a lot to take in here. And of course, what makes Wormed so awesome is the fact that they make such technical, well-made music, making everything sound so good. And of course, you get a lot of these really detailed, well-thought-out riffs, awesome and audible bass work throughout the majority of these tracks. Like on the first couple of tracks of this EP with Remote Void and Cryptobiquity, you just get a lot of really top-notch guitar playing going on those songs, really killer riffs to be heard throughout. But then later on you get to songs like Bionic Relic, and then the closing track of this EP with X System. It's a weird amount of lettering on that track, so I'm probably not going to say it how I think it should be said, but the last track on this album definitely gives you a hint that this band is veering into more progressive metal sort of territories with the way the riffs are and the way the musicianship is laid out. It just sounds badass, and honestly, I would love to see Wormed go balls out and just do something more crazy and conceptual like that. I think it's really awesome. Like I said, really killer riff work, a lot of great technical and progressive moments to be heard. The bass work is very clear and audible, just like on the previous release. Really, really awesome stuff. The drumming on here is sensational. I believe there's a new drummer in this band now because the previous drummer who was with this band tragically passed away, which is really unfortunate. But for Worm, the show must go on, and the guy that they have here on this new EP, it's a seamless transition, it feels like. This new drummer definitely shows how good he is at what he does here. And on this EP, you get all of the fast blast beats, great snare tone, a lot of great, well-produced technicality being done with this drum performance. And going once again mentioning the last track of this EP, you get the progressive metal sort of drumming going on here, where it's slow-paced, mid-paced. I think it's really, really neat that they include this sort of drum style on this EP. But of course, if you know Wormed, you expect things to be fast and crazy, and you get that fast and crazy drumming going on here with this EP, and I think it's really, really awesome. And when it comes to the vocals, of course, Phlegthon is an amazing vocalist. He's one of the best in the business, in my humble opinion. And here on this new Wormed EP, Flecthon's vocals are phenomenal. He does a great job of weaving the stories being woven here for this record. And of course, being as how this is a sci-fi themed sort of band, you get those sci-fi elements when it comes to the musicianship, the lyrics, the vocal stylings. It's just an overall total package sort of performance here from Flecthon, and I think this is really awesome. So overall, like I said, enjoy this EP while you're able to enjoy it, because it just will leave you wanting more. That's my main... If I had to really think of one complaint, I just wish this didn't end so soon. But it does give you a glimpse as to what is coming soon from Wormed in the very near future, and I think this future for Wormed is going to be really, really bright. So if you're a fan of Wormed, if you're a fan of their current era material, you're going to find something to enjoy with Metaportal. I think this is super, super sick. So what I'm going to do is I'll leave you some links in the description box as how you can get a hold of this EP and listen to it. I will leave you a link to the Wormed Bandcamp page where you can listen to this EP in its entirety, hear it for yourself, and be your own judge as to whether you think it's worth it being purchased or not. You can stream it by digitally, and to the best of my knowledge, it is only physically available as a CD. I can totally understand why it could be just CD only, because I don't think it warrants enough for it to be made into a vinyl. But if there's a vinyl version coming, I have no idea if that's possible, but I'm pretty cool with it just being CD, because I don't think it warrants enough material to be just a vinyl, but yeah, whatever. Again, the EP is Metaportal by Worm. This is released on Season of Mist. Definitely check this one out. And for a score, I'm going to give this a pretty solid 8.5 out of 10. Very awesome EP. Definitely a good glimpse into what's going to be coming soon from Wormed in the very near future. So if you've happened to have heard this EP, definitely let me know what you think about it and how you feel about it. Or any of you guys into Wormed, definitely let me know. I'm going to include this review. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel. Until next time, Army Ho out.